Wage transparency, eliminating the gender pay gap. The average Australian woman currently earns 18.2% less than what a man would earn for the same work. Over the past 2 decades, this percentage has ranged between approximately 15% and 20%, meaning that current practices are not working to improve equal pay. In fact, the wage gap has actually increased in recent years. The majority of businesses in Australia engage in a practice known as pay secrecy, where employees are prohibited from discussing their salaries. Studies conducted by the Workplace Gender Equality Agency show that the gender pay gap is largest in businesses with pay secrecy, because this practice facilitates pay decisions being made on the basis of gender discrimination. The most direct way to combat pay secrecy is to instead introduce a policy of wage transparency, where information about what employees are being paid is readily accessible. This forces managers to justify and be held accountable for their pay decisions.
Wage transparency has been found to increase workplace
productivity and performance and reduce discrimination, as wage transparency works to foster open communication within the workplace. There are several different methods that can be adopted in order to increase wage transparency, which include creating a work environment where employees can openly discuss their pay without fear of reprisal, organising payment tiers based upon job titles or responsibilities and information on these tiers being shared openly, creating a pay formula for salaries, then openly discussing this formula, making formal announcements on the actual pay being received by all employees, and making salary information about all employees publicly available. There is some variation in the cost effectiveness of these approaches, depending on how much employees' salaries are scaled up or down. Overall, however, any involved cost is offset by increased productivity and improved work culture, also leading to increased employee to be a vital tool in closing the gender pay gap. However, there must be a greater push to achieve it. This can be done through lobbying local and state governments to make progress in passing the Fair Work Amendment Gender Pay Gap Bill 2015, which will remove restrictions on employee rights with regards to pay secrecy. Promoting workplace environments in which employers don't encourage or practice pay secrecy, and allowing employees to disclose information about their salaries, such as bonuses, superannuation, or share allocations. These strategies are the foundation of a far more healthy, holistic, and nurturing workplace environment, promoting participation in the workforce as well as an increase in productivity for both businesses and the economy. Wage transparency, eliminating the gender pay gap. The average Australian woman currently earns 18.2% less than what a man would earn for the same work. Over the past